All right, y'all ready?
Zuckerberg.
Yo, what's going on? It's your girl Jazz, and we are here at the Truth Tree. And tonight, I got a special treat for y'all. I am here with my cousins, Carolyn and Keisha. Say what's up.
What's up?
And we just here vibing. We at Keisha's house, and we kicking it. This has kind of been our thing that we've been trying to keep up with, and
just some cousin time.
Have some cousin time. So y'all getting to tap into cousin time with us.
You know, we in our April time. Now we gotta come up with a May Day, June.
Oh, do this once a month, keep it going.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do that.
I mean, because if you think about the last few times that we've gotten together, it has kind of been like once a month.
It's been cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or like at least every other month we've done something.
Yes. I agree with everything that's going on right now. All I'm saying is,
you
I
need
be
your.
at the fucking house. It don't even matter.
Oh,
It don't even matter. Then you
Hello.
be out and just chill.
We need
fine.
that time. You
Yeah,
know,
shit,
we've
you
been locked up in the house, and at least I have.
Facts.
I work.
Are
here.
there people in the room?
Not yet, but like so on here, like people will be like popping in and out. Or like commenting, like stuff like that. Yeah. We also live on TikTok right now. So like I'm also recording for the podcast, and then I'm also live on TikTok at the same time.
Let me see if I can find this. Oh Lord, wait a minute.
So yeah.
Hey.
All right now.
That's nice.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, it says the Truth Tree is live.
There we go.
Watch.
Yeah, let me put it on my phone. So
Tap in.
Tap in, right?
Is this
where I need to go?
breathe on?
Oh yeah.
Lord, you need to get TikTok.
How old I am.
Why can't I see
Right.
I need to go to YouTube.
Why can't I see nothing?
I don't know. Oh, it looked like it's loading.
It's going slow.
Oh wait, it's on TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah, nigga, I ain't got it.
Right, you the one said you didn't have a
Just
TikTok
say
in the
you
first
ain't have
place.
on the phone.
That's why I'm like, you know what?
You looking for TikTok and ain't got it.
Ain't nobody don't know who I am.
But a lot of people just get on TikTok and make a profile and just watch videos because you don't have to do anything. Like you don't have to post anything at all
That's true.
or follow anybody. A lot of people do that.
That's
My
true.
godmother has a TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And that's what she does. She doesn't like post anything on hers. Like she just
She
be sending me and my god sister TikToks, and I'll be like,
okay,
"Do you even have a TikTok? Like, what is happening here?"
She got a TikTok, but she get on there just to watch Javel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cause you know he's a TikTok.
Okay, so I
sensation.
do want to talk about something though.
Okay.
Okay, so I was listening to one of my songs with Ari Lennox and Summer Walker, and they brought up Kevin Samuels. So I've never heard of him before until I heard this song.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And clearly this nigga is just spitting just mad nigga game to all the niggas, and I just think it.
Okay.
And you know, at the end of the day, he has a targeted population, right? That he's, you know, discussing all these things about women and how men are handling things and what they need to look for and blah, blah. You know, it is a little disheartening, I ain't even gonna lie, because I feel like some of the shit that they're talking about definitely, obviously they're targeting a certain type of person, a certain type of man, a certain type of woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if it don't apply, let it slide, right? But it's just really sad to see that people really think like that. Like, y'all have completely, like, altered the idea of being with a man or being with a woman and have completely made it be so, I don't know, just selfish to a degree. Like,
So I don't follow the Kevin Samuels situation at all.
okay, so
like,
Kevin Samuels is a guy on, I don't know where he blew up on, don't know the platform, but he kind of has his own podcast, I think, where he's talking about, you know, women negatively.
Okay.
Some people might view it that way. He will go live with certain women and men and talk about like relationships and dating, and his approach is, you know, I would say it's a bit far-fetched. He's like, I don't even know. It's definitely where he's talking about men choosing women and having that leg up, but kind of just playing and running the game of it all. And it's just like, y'all either accept it or
like
not.
it's just one big joke or something, kind of.
No, not that it's a joke, but this is how we are. This is how men are. Like,
okay,
y'all women
kind of like
to
just to
accept
cut
this.
real.
You know, if you want a man,
this is what it is.
If you want to be in a relationship, you need to accept us like this way. And it's just like, hold up, y'all niggas are kind of faulty.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, but he has a strong following, which is crazy.
Behind it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. To me, that's crazy because that means so many people either resonate with it, it makes sense to them.
And the other half of it is people being nosy and like.
And the other half, people are being
and I
nosy.
shouldn't even say nosy because like I should say nosy, but it's also two people actually are going to see like who he's about. You know,
who he's about.
It would be like me going. It would be like me going to see or what he's
approach.
Yeah.
And when it comes to women in relationships and things like that, and it definitely comes across like, okay, man. If she's not doing this, if she's not doing that, then you don't even need to be. I mean, yeah, he's spitting game to the men. Like I said, there's a certain targeted population that's going on right there, but it's a huge one in my opinion.
Gotcha.
And to me, that's where I'm like, so then what the fuck is going on with everybody out here?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know,
that's interesting.
Anyways, it was just something I've seen a lot more, and it's other people. I mean, like, you know, Kevin Samuels is one of them, but then there's other people that are like spinoffs
that agree. Okay,
that
I got
are
you.
doing these and has a strong following. So I'm like, oh my god,
it's a bunch of y'all.
It's a bunch of y'all out here, men and women that think like this. Don't get me to it, you know.
Dang.
But nevertheless,
that's interesting.
I try to, because I feel like I personally feel like what he is referencing, what he's standing for, it definitely takes away from the fact that a person is like, it takes away from caring about a person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do in my opinion, you don't do certain things to hurt and abuse or, you know, lose the trust of the person that you love.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of his standards or beliefs and how you have to operate and interact with women go against that grain. It's completely disrespectful. But it comes from this, well, this is how it is. This is how we operate.
Just accept it for what it is.
Yeah, and you can't question it because it's more beyond
this is what it is.
Y'all want us, so you need to conform to what we need you to do.
Yeah.
And he, you know, I feel like he definitely talks negative on women who are educated.
Okay.
If you're 35 and you have a degree, but you have no man, blah, blah, then you
the one he talking about.
No.
You the problem.
He's saying, yeah, we're the problem, and we are going to basically not have anybody that wants and attracts.
Because
like,
not following in line, basically. According to his standards.
Ways, I took it as, so you want a dumb woman.
Yeah.
It definitely made me feel like, okay, you're threatened by the fact that women in general, black women, they're definitely just standing on up and own. Doing their shit.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why that does attack your masculinity, because I feel like there would be no need or reason for you to attack somebody like that if you're not threatened by it. And so his, you know, his stance is just, it's just like, damn. But, you know, Future been on there.
Of course.
You know, it's a code. It's the bro. But see, then that's the enlightening part. I feel like it's the bro code that he's spitting on a bunch of that shit. So I might not like what he's having to say, but this is how
it resonates with a lot of people.
Out here, a lot of males out here are feeling or operating, but they're not gonna tell your ass that.
Oh, absolutely not.
So why like are you out here? So, but see, I just feel like the truth will get you farther than a lie. You know.
Yeah.
So if you want that shit, go pay for it. Don't waste nobody's time. Don't, you know, you can't be out here perpetrating like that. Anyways, sorry. I'm off.
That's okay.
Off soapbox. Kevin Samuels is a no-go over here.
Okay,
so don't come with that shit. Don't be about that shit.
It ain't over here.
It ain't over here because at the end of the day, that shit disrespects a person and their emotions. If you gonna think that's okay, then you're whack. and you don't need to be around.
I agree.
So keep it scrolling. But yeah, every time I'm scrolling on something, that's what I see, and I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, because it's
so
the
I'm
same
like, how
thing.
do I need to change my algorithm on here to stop seeing this?
Do something else. You can, depending on what you're on. Depending on what site you're on or app, you can block it from, or like saying,
I did block a couple of
or like you
things.
can say like things less like this or like stuff like that.
Because,
I know that
that
too.
should be like clickbait though too, and they want motherfuckers to comment because I feel like they be having niggas in the trenches like, you're like, wait a minute,
hold on.
Y'all ever think that like Facebook has people that work for them like in there, because they got their headquarters down in fucking what's in Death Valley, in California. All the major tech companies have, their
down there
out there.
Okay.
Anyways, I was getting to say was, do you think like Facebook and all these other high tech in social media platforms have like people they hire to like be trolls?
Oh, absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Because
like, if you are a troll for Facebook, chime in.
Yeah.
I just want to know what kind of job.
You're a certified troll for the Facebook company.
Because clearly it don't take a college degree. I just want to know what's that looking like. I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, that's everywhere though. Because literally, if you think about it, there's a job for everything. Mm-hmm. Literally, there's a job for everything.
Hell yeah.
Like, no matter what it is, even just stuff like that, it's like, yeah, somebody is hired to do that.
So, I also found out, this is some crazy ass shit for these artists to get their videos, music videos, you name it, to stream. They go to, they call them streaming farms. So, a motherfucker will be posted up in an apartment and have hundreds of cell phones streaming that person that paid them all they shit, they content. And I was like,
yep.
People make money.
And profiles that are real.
How much does that job pay?
Yeah, profiles that are real and bots and stuff, and you can buy real likes and followers and all kind of stuff.
Me. I'm so done. I thought coding Black Planet little. I was cool on that. This other shit's technology.
You like this too much?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay back in 2000.
Right, hold me back a little.
2012. That's my genre.
2000,
2012. I'm right there. I'm not going any. I'm stuck like Prince.
Yeah, no. I don't have.
What?
I'm gonna say I don't see none of that stuff you talking about. I don't know.
Oh, with the Kevin Samuels and all that shit. Okay, yeah. But see, it's because I don't have TikTok. I be on Facebook on the videos and I be scrolling through that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Some of them are TikToks though.
Yeah,
a lot of people post in multiple things. Yeah, so I do see TikTok through that shit.
Yes, that's how you change your algorithms, is posting and everything. But
I was just like, Lord, okay.
Yeah,
there's a couple other people that I follow that I think they give really good information. So there's these two people that I follow on Facebook. Their platform, they are narcissists, legally diagnosed.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I'm like,
as it already goes there. You're like,
I'm like,
your ass crazy.
Medicated crazy? Okay.
This is already going south.
Diagnosed. And they have like TikToks, they have videos.
What up, Bree?
It's crazy. Oh, Bree, hey.
Okay,
Hey,
just
girl.
change it up. Oh, come on, talk about your narcissist.
Okay.
Hear what you trying
No,
to
so the video was talking about like these, they make their own little videos on their experiences and being diagnosed and going to therapy. So they talk about that therapy and they're like, this is me, blah, blah. But then they're also kind of like telling on themselves though too. Like, when I'm in a relationship, this is all the shit that I've done, blah, blah.
Okay.
So I'm people game. I'm like, because the information that he's giving is actually pretty solid information. However, knowing that you are a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and if you understand that behavior, You out here catfishing for your next prey through the fucking comments. Like, ain't nobody stupid, nigga. Like, what are y'all niggas doing? It's just like, to me, that's how I view it.
Yeah.
But it's just like they telling themselves, like, this is what we do. This is how
it's
we
like,
operate.
this is how I am. And people love it.
Narcissists, you know, when you're dealing with a narcissist, this is how we blah, blah. And it's just like, oh my God,
people eating it up.
I'm sitting in there reading the comments, you know, all the sad bitches. Oh my God, this helps.
Not the same
bitches. But it be real, sad bitches like me too.
Lord.
But I don't comment and I just be sitting in, you know.
Yeah. In the wing, just looking.
I'm just reading shit. But nevertheless, I was just like, you know, I appreciate the information, but y'all niggas still, what are y'all doing out here?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's all for $1 though, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was just talking to Bree about this earlier.
Funny shit.
Like, everything costs literally. Like,
so,
I was
your oxygen about to be.
Yeah. I was just telling her earlier because I was trying to put subtitles on a video that like I'm working on, and like, but the website that I'm using was like, you can't upload anything longer than 10 minutes or like it'll charge you. So I'm like, okay, well let me just see like what the subscription costs. Like, let me just look at it. Why not? So I look at it and it says $12, and I'm like, oh, well, like $12 ain't bad. Like $12 a month for something that I'm using, you know, consistently all the time to, you know, edit my videos and stuff. So then it's like, click on it again. It's like $12 annually billed for the year. So it's like, you can pay $12 a month,
or pay,
but we're gonna charge you $144 for it right now. So you can buy the whole year right now for $12 a month. But if you don't want to do that, the basic regular package costs $25 a month.
Yeah, that's how they try to
that's how they always get you. It's cheaper to do it a yearly.
I was like,
but they make that money up front though.
Yep.
But we ain't got that yearly fee.
I was like,
we need that monthly.
So then I started like going into it and like typing out like the subtitles, and I got to like minute 2, and I was like, I can't do this. And that was like a long clip because it was like 42 minutes, and I was like, I can't sit here and do this all day. Like I'm going crazy right now. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out later. I'm like,
Are you going in the office too, right, when you go and work?
Okay.
Yeah. I hope I never gotta go in the office.
I'm weak.
Well, you know,
I wouldn't mind.
You have to make your house be your oasis. So I feel like you definitely, you know, when you're working from home, you got to keep things separate. But so that way you focus, and then when you're done and you can log out, you got.
I think the only thing
be more comfortable and fit you. That's what I
be doing. Laundry.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I didn't like about working from home was that I was doing call center stuff.
Talking all the damn
time. So like,
come join the club.
I didn't like that though. Because it was like back to back calls, like, and I didn't like that. Now, if I like had a job where I could be at home, like, you know, kind of chilling.
I think that's mine. But you know what?
You stealing waters?
You might.
You took a big gulp too.
I'm like,
you took a.
I ain't had no fucking water,
and I'm looking like,
girl, but my throat needed that. I was like. Over here stealing water.
That was a big gulp you had too. Okay. You looked right over at her and was like,
"Where's the lighter at?"
You was like,
and I'm looking like, I don't remember her getting no water.
As soon as I had the gulp, I was like, "This ain't mine."
She said, "This ain't mine."
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
But I would definitely like an at-home job if like I could go to the office a few days and like be home a few days. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't even want to go to the office because that requires driving.
I miss being in the office.
You spoiled though. You ain't trying to go back.
Makeup. Don't get me wrong. I miss.
The only thing I miss about going in the office is having you know, other people to talk to. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't miss that at all.
She said, I ain't with it.
I could just walk downstairs. Yes.
Thank God I can still fit my work clothes.
Especially now that this gas is $25 a gallon. I bet that like
right.
I'm sitting my ass.
This is oh my God. But like my daddy said, ain't no need in complaining because we need it. And I'm like, you're right. But I still don't like looking at that number.
Me either.
That's
I'll be hurt behind it, but I'll be like Uncle said, I need it. So
it ain't gonna stop you from going where you need to
it
go.
Ain't not at all.
I went to Atlanta and I paid the lowest I paid was like $3.90 or something, but I was on the outsides of Atlanta when I got my shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gonna get that inside.
Right.
It was like $4.80 something cents. I was like, Lord, let's go back to Bible Belt land.
Bible Belt.
I'm gonna spit this drink out
over here because y'all niggas is so big.
Yeah, because gas in Florida was about that too. It was like $4 something. I was like,
so where are niggas talking about? It's like $6, $5. Oh my God, is that California?
I bet.
Never. I'll never live there. And you know, I don't have.
You be paying $2,000
for
the same size apartment you got right now.
Right.
It's beautiful. I love to visit. Can't wait to see it.
But we ain't living there.
You know what? There. I could move to Florida. They cost of living is pretty much the same as here.
It's just too many people.
Well, I was in West Palm.
That is like a tourist place though.
But you need to move to the cities where people aren't going for the tourist things.
Yeah.
Like my parents' friends live in West Palm. Anybody going to West Palm? There's
I want to live somewhere. Yeah, ain't nobody.
She said ain't nothing there.
I mean, like, there's nothing there for you to be going there. Like, Orlando got Disney World, or Miami, you going down there for the beaches.
It ain't a tourist attraction.
It ain't a tourist attraction. So I could move to someplace like that. You know, ones that you don't really hear a whole lot about or whatever.
What is it? You know, HGTV, they be having, you know, what is it? When they be selling what is that TV show they be...
House Hunters?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Woo! You need to be my partner when it comes to playing charades.
House Hunter. I'm like...
Oh, you right here with me. You do. You know me.
I was watching House Hunters.
I'm like,
so they do have like some specialty shows, and they do ones where you're buying on like beaches that are...
Oh, yeah, beachfront properties.
They're beachfront properties, but they're like...
They got one called beachfront.
As fuck.
Okay.
It might be down by the Gulf, but bitch, you got a beachfront with that dirty water.
Right. That one's probably
look. I can be friends with a few alligators, no problem.
Yes.
House Hunters has a beach one, but there's also one that's a straight beachfront property. So speaking of HGTV, so you know Uncle Ralph and Tina, you know, they took their little road trip, whatever. So my mama said the other day that them first set of pictures she sent us, they was in Laurel, Mississippi. And Mom was like, "What's that TV show that's in Laurel, Mississippi?" I was like, "Hometown."
And every damn thing.
She was like, "Yeah." So Tina saw Ben, the man, in the store.
Kicking it.
That's cool.
Regular day.
I mean, because Laurel is one of them small towns.
Yeah, so they live there.
Yeah, they live there. And so she said he was in the store, but he was busy and he couldn't come out for a picture. I said, but I probably would have been a fangirl if I seen Ben.
I would have made sure I took
a
look. Can I just take a picture of you? Like,
right. I said, was Aaron there? Because that's his. She was like, she said she didn't say anything about Aaron being in the store, but Laurel, Mississippi, like,
where is that at? First,
it's a small
right.
town.
I'm like,
how do you spell it? Shit,
like Laurel, Laurel. So it's a small town, but like all the houses there are like hella cheap.
It's like the South. Don't nobody want to be down in that deep of the South.
I mean, it's deep South,
but
you know, people be down there. They
building
like,
houses.
You know, what's your budget? And they be like, I can't spend no more than $200,000. They be getting damn near mansions down there for that price and renovating them. And I just be like, see, that's where I need to be. Small town. Man. That's why people be moving out to the
you can live anywhere.
The boonies,
and do what you want,
because you can get so much more in the boonies than being here in, you know, these big cities or whatever. But
how far is Laurel from Kansas City?
A long ass time. That's all. It's in Mississippi.
Deep.
Man, you was right there by Mississippi in Atlanta.
I know. I've been to Biloxi, Mississippi. That was pretty cool.
I've been to
that was a fun time.
I'm hollering
because that's where they be sending all. That's where they be having.
But I'm little mini Vegas because they have a strip with all these different casinos and hotels.
You was down there being a hot pocket.
See, I don't know because we was being niggas for sure.
Okay.
Well, they have they biking.
Okay.
Like I know a guy who rides bikes and they go there every year for this big biking event.
Mm-hmm.
But he also talks about how racist the people are there because you're in Mississippi.
Yeah.
First of all.
No matter what.
No matter what.
And
the fact that you in Mississippi is a little.
Yeah, there are a couple places I would like to go to, but because it's in Mississippi and it's deep south-ish.
You can go to Jackson.
I want to go to Savannah, Georgia.
Go to Birmingham. Alabama,
I'm not trying to fuck with y'all down there. I'm sorry.
Savannah.
Going to spit I'm profiling.
Well, if you decide to move to Georgia or something like that, move to one of them type towns, Savannah, because nobody moves there.
Nah, it's a bunch of
is that where
slave money in Savannah,
Jarvis
Georgia.
and what's that child's name? They wasn't there in Savannah, but they was somewhere close there. But now they don't even live there no more.
Nope.
They moved to some other states.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched that TV show, the Southern Belle or something like that? They got a Savannah, Georgia edition, a New Orleans edition with black.
For what show?
It's called the Southern. I think it's called the Southern Belle. It's like just a reality show, like rich young kids.
Look,
in the
I'm
South.
just waiting for this new Housewives of Dubai. To come out,
girl, because they live in
that sound real nice. Look, that sound real nice.
They got one for in Africa too. That's supposed to be coming out.
They're going international.
I can't remember which country it is.
They need
Ghana, Cape Town, somebody in. No, it's somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Lagos. Something like that, but they the rich, they rich and stuff down there. Yeah, I'll go international. Watch you international. Now Dubai is one place I do want to visit.
I would love to visit.
I want to visit
their policies on women and what they can't do. It just feels like it's gonna damper the whole vibe.
But it's a whole lot of stuff. I know many of people that went there and
they have a rule like you can be a hoe between these and these hours.
I'm hollering.
I'm saying it in a nigga way, but it's like
not hoe hours.
They have prostitution there and shit like that. And
I mean, you do know the Middle Eastern culture, right?
Yeah.
Women are
of course.
Yeah.
And I'm cool.
But I still want to go visit.
And I'm cool.
I mean, a lot of people have been there already, and I
don't even want to be nowhere where I'm not wanted.
Well, you want it now. You may
now,
not be wanted.
Arab boys like me, girl.
Well, you didn't had you an Arab.
I know they are
boy.
Fine.
You done had you an Arab boy, you said? Huh.
Not all of them is fine.
No, not all of them are fine, but I do like them.
I'm like, wait a minute, not all of them.
They got the little thick hair, and then I like the assertiveness
the ones that's
in
like,
the interactions.
Was he a darker complected one or a light complected?
Nah, Alibaba was light complected.
Alibaba. That's when she said his name, I used to crack up.
He's from Jordan, Africa.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, you over there by Egypt?"
He was trying to marry.
Not like it's around the block.
So he could become a.
Not like it's around the block.
Oh, show trying to get me like
you are goofy. She said, over there in Egypt.
Like I got her, dumbass, bro.
His ass was so trying.
He did propose. He made a proposition. It was like, how about you marry me? I was like, what? And he said, name your price. I said, hold up.
Not name your price.
I said, hold up.
And you didn't marry him?
Nah, because he wasn't trying to offer a whole lot. Do you know how much, because people...
What would you have taken if he gave you a good number?
I told him 500,000 straight up. And he was like, am I marrying Michelle Obama? I said, nigga, this is close as gonna get.
Oh,
okay. I got bills to pay.
We in debt. Okay.
She said this is close as you gonna get.
Because they be divorcing and shit like that. And that divorce, do you think they're gonna pay for that shit? No. So depending on how much that divorce costs after you be with their ass for like 10 years or whatever else.
Wichita can keep this tornado.
Shit, that's why I fucked with Janet Jackson, because she married that Arab dude or whoever he was in their prenup. In their prenup, she had to have been married to him for like 10 years or something like that for her to inherit anything else. And she divorced his ass after 10 years, literally on the dot. I was like, that bitch knew. You knew. She knew what she was doing.
She was ready before then.
But you know what? 10 years is a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
Can I get 10 years with somebody?
Girl, I don't even know if you want 10 years when you get it. Okay.
If it's the right person, I do.
Yes, if it's the right person, but everybody ain't right now.
I
You know what I mean?
Well, there's somebody that's right.
I feel like the common theme now, though,
It's
which
just
is
really
kind of
hard.
scary, is that people who have been married for a long time are starting to get divorced.
Yes.
Girl, and I don't want you.
Look,
And that's so wild, because it's just like, it just truly shows you, like, after a while, people get tired. Like, people truly do, like, change
They
and
tap
won't
out.
just, and it don't even...
But that's part of marriage, though. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should know that the person that you married is not going to be that person
Same person.
in 5 years or 10 years or
Exactly.
15. If you expect them to be the person that you looked at the day you say I do, you don't need to be getting married.
Well,
That too, but then it's like owning the truth that, however my partner evolved is not flowing with how I'm evolved.
now, 25 years later.
25 years later.
But if
10
that's
years later,
something
whatever.
that you aren't
Now,
willing
that's
to
that's a
work
lot.
with, then you're not going to stay married. But the fact of the matter is, I'm like, everybody that has gotten married that are in our generation are freaking divorced.
Yeah.
I've known so many people that have gotten divorced within these last couple of years. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all are getting divorced over any and everything.
Well, that's
I don't
because
think it's just
they
over
wasn't
any
supposed to
and
be
everything.
married to begin with.
Yes, it is any and everything.
No, I don't think it's over any and everything. I think that people are getting married and not really knowing the person that
Who they get married to?
Let's just keep
Look,
it real.
Because they're not doing the work in the
You're not
dating
doing the work. You
stage.
just want to fucking be with somebody. No, you need to be asking all the fucking
It
questions.
don't even
under the
matter
sun.
how long you've been with somebody, because you could be with somebody for 20 plus years and then you get married and all of a sudden they change. What?
Yeah,
They
I
was
seen
the
that
same
before.
person
They
20
was together
years.
for 20 years and they got married and got divorced. But what happened?
They was that person 20 years ago.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So how come you was able to be together for 20 years
A
unmarried,
change happened.
and
once
all of
they
a sudden
got
you
that
sign
paperwork.
on a dotted line,
Y'all didn't have a conversation about what the assumptions and expectations of this now
but
marriage.
you've been living married?
I don't know. That don't sound like they communicating.
Look, it doesn't make sense to me because it didn't happen so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, that could also have been a thing that they were living 20 years because that's what the man wanted, like that. And then
I'm not staying with you for 20 years.
But some people do though.
They do.
That's the scary part.
I
Some
just
people
saw,
will compromise for 20 years
Yeah.
and then get married at year 21 and then it fall apart at 21 and a half
Because he probably gave in for you to shut up.
yeah, but then all of a sudden he's not happy now because it ain't what he's had for 20 years and now he mad and they getting a divorce.
Look, that's what I just saw a video of a girl that was on Steve Harvey's show for this same exact thing. She was like, I've been with my friend, and she talking about, I call him friend because he don't like titles, for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm ready to move to the next step, but he's talking about he's still trying to get himself together. So Steve was like, so your next step is
what
what you gonna do?
If
he was like, so he's like, that's the common thing that women make mistake with. The man is telling you he's trying to get himself together. That is your clue. He don't want what you want, and you need to. He's like, so you gonna stay around for another 6 years for him to keep saying he don't want to be your boyfriend and don't want to get married? He was like, she said, well, I don't want to start over, and he's like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
He was like, women will stay there because you don't want to start over.
People don't think about the after either, though, because it's just like, okay, well, I'm waiting on him to get it together, but guess what? But even if he does or doesn't, what's after that? Like, what are you doing after that, regardless of he gets it together? What are you doing?
Him saying, I need to get my life, that's telling you,
but
I don't want to be married. And it may not even be that. And in some cases, he may be getting himself together. In other cases, it is he ain't getting himself together. He just don't want to be married to you.
Yeah.
He may go get with the next
bitch
and marry her with
how about baby boy, go ahead and speak your truth and say that shit and let me go.
A lot of
and that's also the issue.
Versus saying some passive ass aggressive shit like that. Just say your truth.
Be honest.
Be honest, because the truth will get your ass farther than a lie. Say that shit and be like, look,
and
this is where I'm at. This is what I'm not gonna do. Do you want to move with me this way or not? Because I'm not doing it.
And that's what people struggle with. Like,
but that's the problem. That's what I say in every situation. Just tell me the truth. Because I'd rather you tell me the truth.
I was still gonna fuck you anyway.
A week.
Give me the option.
I was gonna suck your dick anyway. So go ahead and tell me.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, give me the option of what I want.
Give me the opportunity to say no or
figure
out what I want to do.
Some fucking shenanigans.
Don't tell
me. I got a bitch on the side. She's 6 months. You know, we got one on the way. I got a wife over here. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And then I'll be like, okay.
That's
what. Or I'll be like, no. And then it'll be on me.
Right.
Let me make the decision whether I'm going to mess around with you or not. But they don't give us that option.
You don't give us that option.
They play it how they want it.
Or how they think that you are going to take it, too.
Yeah. No, they play it how they want it to be, which is selfish. Get what they want, and then be like, baby, if this is not what I wanted.
If that's what you really wanted, baby, go get a prostitute and pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me alone.
Y'all niggas out here broke.
I mean,
ain't got no
there
fucking
is
money,
lots of chicks out here, or lots of niggas that will be A-okay with being a side piece.
Because my shit is fucking rare.
I'm not.
Period.
Okay.
And, you know... We
hey,
not
everybody
getting younger out here, you know. We on our least. I'm on a downhill stretch to 40, so
girl, we got to be right there. Okay.
Look, in 2 years, I'm gonna be
Stop it.
See, we gonna be saying to
Lord Jesus, not that.
Girl, my
look, my mom said, well, eventually, you could be somebody.
Girl,
she was
quit
like,
giving me false
some
hope.
people
Let's
don't.
keep it real.
I'm like,
the statistics.
I'm out in the streets, Terry.
I'm like, I'm really hoping and praying that the Lord's not gonna wait till I'm 50 to bring me my forever man.
But how about this though? Look at it this way. Maybe it's sparing you from the shenanigans right now. And whoever that person isn't ready for you, or vice versa. So you can't really come together like that. And so instead of having another person, and
all these people,
you not being a part of that, and you know the shit that you bring to the table, Keisha. You fucking legit. You A1. Everybody don't deserve that shit. You can't give that to everybody. So shit will fail before it get there.
That's why I'm just going.
Because everybody don't deserve that.
Right.
Go with
and not even deserving too. Everybody doesn't know what to do with
how to do what they need to do with it.
Everybody doesn't know what to do with it either. Because
you ain't gonna be hurting my friend. You ain't gonna be hurting me or anything because you don't know what to do with it.
Right. Because people are like, oh, I want it. But like I said, you always visualize what you want, but it's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do once you have it?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's where my mindset is. I need to take a step back because I visualize what I want, but I can't be, bombarding my way to get there.
Yeah.
Like I needed to.
You
So
have to do
I
the work
had
too.
to, learn. I gotta do the work, and
Yeah.
you can't rush things. You got, you gotta move. If it's
Take
right,
your
it's
time.
right. It's gonna move the way it's
gonna
supposed
flow,
to.
no matter
But
the time.
don't force things, and that's what I've learned. Don't force nothing. Like my situation I'm in right now. Like I'm not forcing anything. We just
It
talk.
is what it is.
Conversation is natural. It ain't nothing like when
No
we're
pressure.
comfortable talking about whatever we may.
Yeah,
it comes when it's
And that's
supposed
how it should
to.
be though. Like
And
just
so,
an easy flow.
I'm just like.
I like that.
Just do, and it's easy for us because we don't live in the same city. So all we can do is talk to each other. So it's like
and y'all had to figure that out.
We had to figure that out.
Balance.
FaceTime has made it 10 times better because we can see each other, not
in
face to face,
situations,
but
and facial expressions.
exactly.
And,
We started off just talking, on the phone, but like 2 days into it, we started FaceTime, and that's all we do now, so that we can see each other's reactions
that's all y'all
to
have right
everything.
now.
Yeah,
And he
to
wants to do
everything.
that, and that's
So for
important
me,
too.
we both said, it will be a lot easier when that time comes, for us to meet face to face because we've been basically
Doing
face to
that,
face,
yeah.
This whole time, which I haven't had in the past or
Hey,
whatever.
you lucky because
so.
most men probably be like, man, my camera broke. My front camera
Girl,
don't work.
you get
I ain't got
Or
no.
wait a
We
minute.
can't
Hold
FaceTime.
on. My phone fell in the toilet.
Right.
Look, I have another one
all
like
my
that.
camera,
My
all my
screen
cameras
cracked and I
broke,
didn't have
but
no
I'm
access.
posting on
But
social
you know
media.
what? My ass and Jasmine know. I'll get off the phone with her. I don't even like sitting on the phone, but I will like with him. I mean, because our conversation is that it's like us sitting in a room like having girl time. Like I can do that with him, so it's a lot easier versus that last person. I was like, Jasmine, I can't do this.
She be like, he want me to be on the phone all the time, girl. You know I can't do that.
Hell no, nigga. Hell no.
And I said, well, how do he be on the phone? She was like, he
Just
don't be
wanna sit
talking.
there.
Yeah, she said he don't
Breathing.
be talking about nothing.
Don't waste my time.
he just be breathing. He just be breathing, and
I
I just be like,
But that probably is a tactic. Like, well, at least I'm being physically present. Like, I mean, I'm.
and he's like, well, I just want to look at your face, and I'm like, well, I ain't got nothing to talk to
Can
you
you
about.
ask a bitch
Like,
a question?
we had
Right.
nothing in common. Well, I shouldn't say we didn't have anything in common, but we didn't have anything that we mutually liked or anything like to keep the conversation going. So I'd be like, you know what? I got stuff to do. I get a phone. I'll just make up stuff just to get off the phone. And then finally, I was just like, you know what?
It's cool.
I'm not feeling you, and I'm not feeling this. Like it's just not going the way. And you can get a vibe from people like his whole career aspect. I'm like, no, you ain't got no drive. Like that's not gonna work for me. Like I even told Jasmine that too. I said,
But that's what it's about too, though. Like being honest with yourself, like early on in the dating phase too, and just being like, there's no point in you dragging stuff on. It's like if you don't like that somebody smokes cigarettes, you're not gonna like it in 6 months.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like that this person doesn't have any drive or they act a certain way right now, you're not gonna feel any different in 6 months, especially if the behavior does not change.
However, people do what? They sacrifice and compromise.
They do, but a lot of people don't.
And that means you're also taking away from yourself, which
Yes.
means you're taking away
Right.
from what attracted that person to you in the first fucking place when you start doing that
So
to keep them.
literally,
It's not to
like,
keep them.
my friend asked me a question the other day, talking about, have you ever lied to somebody because you like them that much? I was like, no.
Okay, and I don't understand why would you lie to somebody that you like and what exactly?
Because
are you lying
it
about?
goes back to that thing of you wanting to appease a person.
Exactly. You're doing
It's like
it
I
because
like
that's
you, and it's like
what
I
they would
might not like it, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you.
Right. And you're
So
lying.
you're not being who you really are. are.
Exactly.
So
but like you
lying to
said,
him and
people
yourself.
compromise. That's
Yeah.
what they think they're doing. People
Right.
think they're
They
compromising.
think it's okay.
But it's really, you're giving up something that
Right.
you're not okay with.
And
It's
that's
not a
how I
compromise
was
at
in
that point.
that last situation, which I'm glad is over, because I kind of felt like, you know, I'm changing who I am to appease you.
And accommodate you.
And it was making me kind of stressed out in a sense. Like, I want to be able to flow with you and, you know, all this other stuff. So, you know, my other biggest thing when it came to relationships is a lot of men that I met don't have a relationship with God, don't go to church, and that's a very big thing.
That's important for you.
That's important for me. So that was a struggle for me because I can't talk about
It's a lot that don't.
that, you know, and I can't talk about that part, you know, with you. And this one, he be in church more than I do. So it's like, you know, I can have that. We can be, you know, talk about secular music. We talk about, you know, gospel. We can talk about growing up in church. We can talk about anything, you know. So that whole, like, everything, you know, is like coming in full circle and flowing because we both have that aspect, but we're both not, you know, so churchy and so where it's like, you know, we still can't vibe with each other, whatever. So, you know, when you start to like figure out those pieces of those types of things, because at first, you know, I was like, well, you know, maybe I can give up that part of, you know, somebody not necessarily being in church like I am. But I really knew deeper down.
But you didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's a no go for you, and you know that. So it's like even when you did,
it in the beginning,
but even when she did compromise that, it still didn't work because that ain't what she wanted to begin with.
It's not. But you know what? I did that because I was passing up on dudes because they like, I ain't going to church with you, you know, like that type of stuff. Like, I was straight being like,
okay, I guess I gotta take some of the
you feel like you gotta
open up the dating pool a little bit,
right?
But it's like in reality you don't. That's the thing. Like that's the thing I wish people understand.
What you truly want. And you know,
those boundaries are yours for a reason.
That and it's exactly
and cause you
like after the last one, you know, he was a straight atheist, and like, you know, really like tried to drill in my head why I shouldn't, you know, follow God or whatever.
He's trying to get you to come to
his way, and I was like,
nigga, it wasn't a compatible.
You can talk what you
anyway from the beginning.
It wasn't compatible. It's just the fact that I liked him, and everything outside of that or whatever we vibed on, except for, you know, a few other things. But I was just like, okay, you know, afterwards, like, you know, when it initially happened, I was pissed off. But in hindsight, I wasn't. Like, I wasn't fazed by it.
That needed to happen like that.
Yeah,
because you wouldn't have stopped talking to him.
Those questions, I think, though, too.
Yeah,
that you helped save yourself some pain,
right?
Because she wouldn't have stopped talking to him. It needed to happen like that. Though.
It needed to happen like that because even, you know, maybe for a week or so, I was like, he got me.
Like you asked yourself all that stuff, like was it really something I wanted? Yes,
but after that week of me like going back and forth, like I can't believe he did this shit, you know, blah blah blah, this is this. I'm like, Keisha, he was not.
You didn't need that no way.
Right, you did not need that headache in your life, and that's why I was able to move on
and be cool.
So I mean, it wasn't quickly, but you know, I still was able to be cool with, you know, moving on and meeting the next person or whatever. But
and now look.
And now,
so this is where the
complete difference.
Complete, total opposite. Yeah. Like, it is night and day. Like, it's just, and you know, he's divorced, which this ain't the first person that I've talked to that's been divorced, whatever. But, you know.
But like you said, that's our age group.
That's our age group.
Has at least one divorce under their belt.
And his was, you know, well, first of all, they got married for a crazy reason. But, you know, he started off, you know, being out in the streets, like, and she was the one at home. And then the roles reversed. Like, you know, once they got in their 30s, she started being that way. And he was like, no, like, he started being in church more, like, he was really starting, you know, getting in the word and all that stuff, and then it changed for them,
Sound
and
like
then
she
they
needed
could
to have her little moment to be a hoe or something.
Well, see,
not that
to
you know,
be out.
some
Not
people
necessarily
don't get to
being-
be single because they
Yes.
jump into
Life.
you know family.
They
Yeah.
jump
Children
well,
get very early, so you
Because-
miss that single part in the early
Basically,
20s where
you
get to
know,
kick it.
Yep.
they're
That dating phase.
Her
that
parents-
whole
That's important.
right.
That
You know,
independency.
Yeah,
But
that
when you
independent
grow
phase
up
too.
as preacher's kid, which
Yeah,
the ex is a preacher's kid, and so
her life was already set. His life
her
was
life
already
And
was
set.
stoned
set.
anyway.
And her parents, when they found out about them two, they were like, okay, so y'all getting married? And I said, so did y'all get married because she was pregnant? He was like, no.
That's just what they were
It's because
expecting
they were
to do.
having sex.
And
They
I
knew
was
what was about to happen.
They was like, so you get married?
Potentially.
And I was like, damn.
we gonna bust it back, and I'm gonna throw it in the circle, and then we gonna get up and do praise. And
But
worship
they made it
together.
work.
boy.
I mean, they made it work for 10 years. I mean, so, if you made things work, you could have made it work even longer, but y'all, in essence, grew apart from each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's like at a certain point, compromises are null and void.
and
It's
I
like
said, in
people
your
are getting
situation-
tired after a while
So
of
then
compromising.
Then you hear a lot of married people say you have to compromise. It's a lot.
You do, but not to
I
the
think you
point
have
to where.
collaborate.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't have to compromise to the point to
It's
where
taking
you
away
lose yourself
in that.
in your
Exactly.
compromise.
And a lot
Right.
of people do that shit.
And a lot of
Yeah.
people lose themselves
Because a
in
lot
that
of people
compromise.
mistake that for that's what their partner wants, and it's like, no.
But you can't.
That's not the
you
reality.
can't do
now.
that compromise.
Yeah.
That much
Because we're
compromise.
women. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Shit. Okay, what are y'all thoughts about a prenup? I have my reasons for a prenup. Not because I got money like that, because I don't.
Okay.
You know? I got my salary job. I'm doing okay. You know,
Okay.
I ain't even got no salary
All
job.
my
Right.
bills is paid.
Okay.
My bills is paid.
My
I may
bills
be
is
broke,
paid, and
but
I got a little
they
bit.
paid.
Sometimes I can be broke too, but you know, I'm cool. I feel like you should go ahead and get one if you are at a certain age and establish within yourself to agree. Not because that they won't get your money, but because you won't take on their debt. Because when y'all get married, their debt becomes your debt as well. And for me, I'm just a working class citizen. I would still do a prenup because I don't want to take on your personal debt.
Yeah, and I don't want you to take
While
over.
we're married, I have $100,000 in student loans.
Lord,
I would not
need to
want
close
mine.
that door now.
And I got to take care of that for me. And I'm a grown ass woman, take care of that shit. So,
We
as
don't
an
need
adult,
Biden to go ahead and reduce
yeah,
some of that.
somebody need to do something because I'm not paying shit. So, I just say all that to say, whoever, if and when the time comes, I would not want my partner to take that on.
Right. Okay.
Because that was something that I did
$14,000
before they came into the picture. So I don't feel like you need to take on that debt.
Your ass is going to take on that debt because
I'm hollering.
You like 14,000.
Mine is 14.
But then I don't want to take on theirs either.
That's true.
I don't want to take on theirs.
But-
not because I got money and I don't want to give you my money. It ain't even about that. It's just that I don't want
Right.
that extra debt.
But that's also a conversation to have too
And
when
it
you're
may-
with somebody about, okay, you have this debt. Okay, that's great. But are you doing anything
I wish we could just light up in here and
to
make them mad.
are you doing anything to get rid of it?
Yep. That is
Or
the
are
question.
you, like you said, like, are you just like, it's kind of like one of those things, everybody's kind of like, okay, fuck student loans. Like, everybody feels that way, right?
I'm not
bunch of
going to
people
judge
do.
you if you're not doing anything to get rid of it.
Right.
And I say, I love you. However, I love you, but I'm not going to take that shit on.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's on you. Like, baby, I love you. We ain't going to figure out, you know. we
But
figure out the game plan, I
That's
guess.
also a test of the person that you are with as well.
Child, because let's talk about that, because let's just be honest. People don't like having conversations.
There you go. Because even me and Bree have a conversation about, like, a lot of our bills we have combined together. But it's
People
some
sweat having
things.
conversations about money.
Yeah. I mean, but it's some things that she's like, you know what? These are mine. Like, I had these bills before you. Like, I don't expect you to come in and be like, okay, well, we splitting everything down the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Bills, yes.
Because it's certain things that are my responsibility. That I don't look at her to be like, okay, well, this is yours. So I feel like that is a thing that should carry over even into marriage. It's like, still, hey, these are your things. But that also comes to knowing your partner. Because a lot of people don't have that conversation of being like, okay, well, how are we going to split this stuff up? Or are you the type of person that's like, this is my things. I'm going to take care of my things. I'm going to contribute to the things we have together.
Married-wise, if we're married and you have your own personal debts that you still got to deal with, I think that for me, being married to you, I still would have a conversation on how we're still going to handle this because it's going to impact me as
Absolutely,
well.
But that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. People don't have that conversation.
And
so then it becomes like, okay, well, dang, like, I got to pay for your stuff and it ain't even mine. But that's a conversation you should have had already.
Animosity towards little things that their other partner do or don't do or what they contribute more or less. And that's what, it's just,
yeah.
I think especially, I don't know if it's black people.
Household bills.
Yeah, if the stuff that we share together,
But if I came into it with some, then
I'm not gonna hold my partner to that.
But some people do.
With nobody ever, so I don't know what that feel like.
I don't know. And I don't know if dudes think that they gotta take that shit on too. I don't know what kind of females y'all talking to.
Yeah, because but that discussion isn't had any other way though.
Yeah.
Like the discussion has always been, well, we're married and like these are our things now. Like you know what I mean?
And then when it just surfaces, they just handle it that way.
But sometimes it's too late at that point because that is what creates the tension. Because you didn't have that conversation earlier on.
I'm with you and I get it. I feel like you should be able to have a conversation about any and everything without raising your voice and truly stating how you feel, your personal feelings. Even if your partner or your person hurts you.
Yeah.
I should be able to tell you that without you getting defensive.
Right.
And you sit there and really listen to that shit. Nobody
and take it in,
and vice versa.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But they also go back to black people don't know how to talk and communicate. We can go down a whole rabbit hole with that.
Right.
We don't know how to communicate, being stripped away.
Right.
All this shit.
And just tell the
truth.
But
I feel like, we can say all that, and we can also say we have information, so it's on you now to heal that.
Do better
for yourself. Figure that part out. You can't use that shit as an excuse no more.
Yeah.
There's more than enough shit out here for you to figure it out.
I'll be shocked when people almost get offended how Bree and I know so much about each other. And I'm like, these are things you should know. These are things that you should talk about. We were somewhere one time and my past was brought up, and not in a bad way or anything, but it's just you used to be out here in the street, whole phase, whoop whoop. And I was like, yeah, it happened. That's the thing. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I was dating, you know what I'm saying? I was single at the time. I could do that. Yeah, I was being about it at home. But I was doing it safely, but it's I was allowed to do that. But at the end of the day, yes, she knows that.
Somebody brought that shit up.
Yeah.
And how messy are you?
Right. But then it's just but then brought it up in front of her. And then me and Bree just kind of looked at each other
okay.
And they were like, well, she knows. Why wouldn't she know?
See, and then I would get in your ass and be like, why is it so important for her to know?
Yeah, but it's
why is that important for you?
But it's why is that such a thing of you thought we wouldn't talk about our past with each other?
Girl.
Or anything, like you said, just anything at all.
You need to talk about it.
You should talk about stuff like that. You don't want to
be in that situation and be surprised,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Surprised by really anything.
That's why reflection is so important.
But you need to own up to everything that you've ever done in life. If you're ashamed of it, then.
But even if you're ashamed of it, tell me.
Right.
Because guess what? That way, I'm not going to bring it up or, I say something about it and then you triggered at me and you ain't telling me why. And that causes conflict. Because now you being passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about the situation that you're shameful of because I don't know. So it's like, you might as well tell me what the hell you ashamed of. Like,
I don't like that.
You might as well tell me about these vulnerable moments because guess what? They're gonna come up eventually anyway. A trigger is gonna happen. They're gonna come up anyway. So why not just be honest?
That cheesecake look bomb.
I know.
It is.
But I'm about to smoke in a minute though too. I can't even lie. Like I'm gonna wait on that one. Cause that was fire.
She just came over here with the
Okay,
plate,
bitch.
tearing it up.
I said, y'all didn't see me on this about.
I did. You said,
Yeah, I saw you
the
over there
food
cooking.
dance.
I sure did. This thunderstorm. Oh my god. It feels
I know.
so good outside.
About to be sleeping good.
Man. What else y'all got going on this weekend?
Girl,
Not a damn thing.
I'm going to do brunch.
Where you going to
at
brunch at?
11 with my cousin Tony and
Okay.
Tisha.
Where y'all going?
Some Mexican restaurant. I don't even know. It's in
Brunch at a
Brookside.
Mexican restaurant?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm just going for a drink.
Huh.
I told her my budget
This is
allows me
tomorrow?
for a drink.
Brunch at a Mexican restaurant. Okay.
We're gonna do that, and then I might meet up with my friend Megan. She's in town for something, so maybe meet up with her in the afternoon. That's my Saturday. And then Sunday is just gonna be a chill day.
Me and my brother were gonna go see my grandma tomorrow, but I think we're going Sunday instead because he's got a birthday party. So I don't think I have anything.
What? I missed that part.
He's going to. We were gonna go see my grandma tomorrow.
Who? You and EJ?
EJ. Yep, but he's got a birthday party, so
EJ got a birthday party?
not
Or
him,
Malachi.
but he's going to. No, EJ's going,
Oh.
and so my Saturday is free now, so I don't know what I'm gonna get into.
Girl, rest.
Right,
I'm gonna be
Girl, fucking sleep.
relaxing.
Please sleep.
They had a tornado
No fucking
in-
where.
No, I don't plan on going anywhere.
Girl,
No,
everywhere you go, you spend money.
outside is
Damn.
expensive.
Outside is expensive.
It is.
Air about to be. That's what I said earlier. Air about to be, girl. Everybody gonna be walking around with that oxygen.
We're gonna be like,
we need a booster for oxygen.
What's that movie? We're gonna be like on the Lorax where they paying we gotta pay for
With the
oxygen.
trees?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Instacarting tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna be doing paperwork to get the rest of my
Your stuff too.
Your license,
yeah, get my license. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, and yeah.
Girl, sounds like an eventful fucking day. I really don't want to do shit. I know. Just some days you just want to sit there.
I think I might
I
do that
totally
tomorrow.
understand that. Just want to sit there.
All right, y'all. Well, we gonna get off of here.
Yeah, we've been on here.
Oh, that was a nice little transition, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. You see that?
Okay.
So I appreciate y'all stopping by with me and chatting it up with me on the Truth Tree. So y'all will have to come back. Everybody have a good weekend, and we will see y'all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh my God.